Hey, what do you see? What do you know? It's the Canadian Lego show. Again, it doesn't make sense, but quite frankly, I don't really care. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about, not Lego, but we are going to be talking about another L that comes with liking Star Wars. And no, it's not the amount of L's that you will get because nobody wants to go on a date with you. It's the L for lightsabers, the staple of Star Wars media, the symbol of pure evil and pure good. Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader, Anakin versus, we'll get to in a minute, ObiWan, hint, hint. But we're talking about lightsabers, right? Who doesn't love a lightsaber? I love lightsabers, which is why I have 3 of them. So, when you're buying your first lightsaber, there are 3 ways that you can go about it. You can find the cheapest one you find, which is one that we'll be talking about. You can find the Hasbro brand Black Series, which is sort of a category of its own because it's very well known, very easy to find. This is a very important category. Fast shipping times are going to be a must in this video. But yeah, lightsabers. Let's start with the first one. This is just a simple, I got it in gold because I thought it might look good, but it's a cheap lightsaber. And this is going to be your basic $70 lightsaber that you can actually duel with. For a cheap lightsaber, it's pretty bright. Like, it does make my face completely blue, which is nice. And honestly, so with this, you do compromise. The blade is not firmly seated, so if you give this a nice little hit, you will get that effect of of a clash. This is my second lightsaber that I have because I got the cheaper one after because I wanted something to duel with and I can't duel with my Black Series. But so if we just this might take me a few goes here, but yeah, there's a lockup effect like Sith Lightning, which actually even my most expensive saber doesn't have. Like it has a lockup effect, but it doesn't have this light effect. It just has a sound. This had sound, but it was really annoying, so I just took a knife and cut the speaker out. I used to have 2 of these, but my friend broke one. And actually, so it comes with this little thing right here. I got this off of Zia Sabers, by the way. Very good deal. It has this little thing right here. So if you get a second one, you can actually screw a second one on here, and you can have like a dual saber, which is nice. And then you can fight Obi-Wan, hint, hint. But yeah, this also, I'll get the hang of this in a second, but this does change colors. 1, 4, 5. Here we go. So I'm just going to cycle through the colors real quick. You got this really lovely green. I did not like green lightsabers, but the green has grown on me a little bit. I do prefer this darker shade. You can't tell on camera, but this is a much darker shade of green. This is more of like a Yoda shade of green. Pink, kind of dumb. Yellow looks pretty decent. It actually looks really good on camera. It looks like a god almost. What's next? We got this other shade of green. Orange looks pretty sick. Purple for Mace Windu. I think there is a deeper purple as well. Blue. You've got this white. The white looks actually phenomenal for a cheap saber. And then, obviously, your Sith red. And then my personal favorite, Guardian blue. So, it changes. Because of the simplicity of this lightsaber, you have to, hold this down for 10 seconds just to turn it off. If you really want to, you can actually unscrew this whole assembly and see all the inner workings, which I don't know how they work, but yeah. So overall, this is a duel. I bought 2 of these sabers, and until one of my friends smashed it up against my stone house, both lightsabers were intact. There are scratches, but that is to come with any lightsaber. Blades are like $10 maybe. So yeah, it's pretty good. For these cheap ones anyway. The blade just held in by a few screws, so there is a little bit more labor involved. But yeah. Overall, I reckon these cheap sabers are awesome. It's just simplicity. The fact that there's also this risk factor because I have some, we'll get to later, very expensive lightsabers. And I'm worried about, even though they're ready to duel worthy, I don't want to scratch them. I don't want to maybe break them or drop them. God, no. But this is so simplistic. I will smash this against, my friend's blade, and, nothing really happens. It's not that bad. And honestly, I do like the simplistic look of the blade coming out of this very simplistic looking hilt here. I don't know why. It just gives it some sort of aura. But anyway, let's get on to the more realistic saber. So this is obviously not based off of anything, by the way. Maybe based off of I don't know. If you really dive into lore, you'll probably find a pipe saber like this. And we'll put this over here with the rest of them. Next up is the first saber I bought. Now this is the Darth Vader Black Series. If you want to buy a lightsaber, odds are you're going to come in contact with the Black Series. The Black Series is good until you get into everything else. This really ruined my two other sabers ruined this for me. Even the cheap one, which is actually brighter than this, but this one does have very good sound. Only downside about that is I do have to turn it off every time I want to talk, so you're not going to see as much of the saber turned on because the hum is actually quite loud, and from my perspective at least. I don't know about you guys, but so this saber is actually pretty detailed. It's Darth Vader's, if you didn't know. One downside about Darth Vader's is they did a new line of sabers where I don't know if they just made all of them like this now, where the blade is removable and you have a bit more capability there with the removable blade, and you can just display the hilts. But the Darth Vader one does not have that option, and I don't think it does come with that option, so be careful. If you're buying it in store, check the box, because the box will be a lot bigger. It'll be bigger, and it'll have one, like, curved edge on the box, where this just comes like a rectangle box, which, I mean, I don't really like taking the blade out. If you've been watching my channel since I got this in around March, you'll know that I display it next to my Super Star Destroyer. I posted it on Instagram. Which Canadian Life on Instagram. I'm actually doing a countdown to Christmas where I talk about a new set every day on there. So make sure to go check that out. But yeah, I like to display this with my Super Star Destroyer because it's Vader's flagship and it's Vader's lightsaber. Again, very nice sound. And I don't know if you caught this, but let's just rewind turning this lightsaber on, shall we? 3, 2, 1. All right, okay. I didn't time it right. That was delayed. I don't know what the hell happened there. But if you turn both off here, you might have caught that there. So this lightsaber is this is a big talking point here. Oh yeah, you can see how the difference in brightness here. This lightsaber is it's the cheap out version of what is called a neopixel. Now, a neopixel has lights running through the entire blade. So if you look closely, when I ignite it, the lightsaber rises up and up. My favorite saber does not have that feature, but we don't have to talk about that. So that's one strength of the Black Series. They are very, very good, cheap neopixels. I will say that. They're more of string lightsabers, where there's different levels of lights, whereas a tried and true neopixel lightsaber will have one. If you're in school or you've just been in a building, it'd basically be one stick, whereas this is just a bunch of lights because it's a lot cheaper to manufacture. Also, this is made by a big company. Hasbro's a massive toy company. We'll talk about this in a minute when I get to the my newest saber that actually arrived tonight. Hasbro's a big company. This will reach you. They manufacture this in bulk because they don't have that many lightsabers and they're not as high quality as a certain company. If you know your lightsabers, hint, hint. But yeah, so this is not as high quality. This is like not as high quality as my nicest saber, but it is definitely better than this gold thing here, and it's more realistic. And like dueling is fun and all, but the lightsaber just doesn't add that much. If you really want to, you can duel. But yeah, if I were you, it depends. Do you want to duel and do you want to risk it, or do you want to just stick with what's tried and true? Now, all right. This is my ObiWan Kenobi Saber Forge Redeemer. Let's just, that is not good. Let's just go ahead and, but this is my, there we go. So this is my Saber, look at how bright this thing is. So this is my Saber Forge Redeemer. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, baby, that is nice. But this is a very complex saber, and I'll get into the downsides of each saber in a minute, because I sort of talked about them individually, but I'll stack them up, because this is going to be a bit of a longer video. This lightsaber has, so I took it off for the sake of now, but it has this magnet here, just to cover up this. Also, I am a Revenge of the Sith fanboy, as you know. You guys might actually not have seen this yet, but I do have a, like, very cool German Revenge of the Sith poster translated in English. It's like a pretty rare poster, but it's, it's a nice poster. Anyway, they do have the Return of the Jedi version of this, which comes with a different panel. It's the exact same parts, different panel, and this sort of neck piece, like I call it the chalice area. This part of the chalice area is a lot bigger, and it's like, looks like Swiss cheese. But let's just listen to that again real quick. That is smooth. It's bright. It's like I'm staring into the sun. You guys can't even see me right now. But this, like, look at what this thing does to me. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. So, this thing has a ton of features. And it's only got one button. But unlike the cheap Saber, it does a lot. This does a lot better because it's a lot higher quality. But there's two massive downsides to this Saber. So, before I go any further, if you go on SaberForge and you search up ObiWan Kenobi Lightsaber, you're not going to get anywhere. SaberForge works because they don't have the actual licensing for Star Wars somehow, and Lucasfilm just, like, hasn't signed them yet because they're way better than Hasbro. Because if these were mass-produced, it'd be over for the Black Series, because this was more expensive than the Vader lightsaber by a bit, but at the same time, it is a lot higher quality, and I think that quality difference really shows, and it's also because these are, like, okay, I'm going to just get to the big downside right away. This thing, I bought it in August. It is December. I got this, let's see, August 19th. It's almost December 19th. So, obviously COVID has a factor, but these things they take their time when they're shipping them out to you, because they're expensive because it is American labor based in Oregon, USA. But these sabers do, they really show their time and the cost. Yeah, so if we're just talking about everything in general here, after we're done with the downside there, we'll stack the sabers up for the last bit of the video. But saber activation, super smooth. You got your lockup, which is nice. A simple Jango Fett blaster. You just press this button, and if you want to slide this magnet right on there, got it on the side here. But yeah, you just stick this very simple design. There you go. He is the traitor. Ah, I have the power to save the one you love. You must choose. Anyway, I'm gonna get copyrighted for that. Anyway, ooh, I'll speak of ghost stories now. But this saber is very nice, and if we just go ahead and turn this off here. So not only does SaberForge, they have way more variety. They have Ezra, they have Ahsoka, which is coming, so make sure to stay it's a fan secret. Yes, so stay tuned for that video. It's probably just gonna be like a really short, 5-minute review on the Ahsoka Saber, which I actually might end up selling because I kind of fell out of love with it after a bit, but I don't know, we'll see. But this is a nice saber. And also, so this saber, the gold one, has a removable hilt, but it takes about 5 minutes. This, you just gotta unscrew one screw, and then, oh yeah, there we go. Now it's locked in. And then you're good to go, so. Miss the off button there. But yeah, so, one more time. Oh, that's not good, is it? Just, alright, I'll fiddle around with this later, but, so yeah, pros and cons of each. Pros, against them, cheapest one, dual worthy, and it's, like, changed colors, and best bang for your buck, for sure. It takes about a month to ship to you. So, this is solid, like, out of 10, this gold one here is a solid 7. Like, these are all pretty good. This is also 7, but it's the exact opposite. It's fast to ship to you, it's detailed, not dual worthy. It's like driving a Ford Mustang next to a Lamborghini and then, like, a Ford Focus. So, yeah, it's pretty good. If you want something quick, and I mean, if you're not, like, the hardest, like, I mean, I'm still only, like, I'm almost 15, but, if you're not, like, the most diehard Star Wars fan like myself, you can just, I mean, this is fine for most people, right? It's really good. I mean, this blows my friends' brains away, except for one who's almost the biggest Star Wars fan as myself, but it just blows everybody's mind. It's so cool. I think they're like surprised. Oh wow, it's so, it's so heavy. That it's not actually that heavy. I mean, for a lightsaber, it's heavy, but yeah. Alright, so it's fast shipped to you, and it's pretty detailed. It's basically like your diet Saber Forge, because if they fix their shipping times, Hasbro's gone. So, highest quality, highest price, highest wait times. So, which one would I recommend? Well, it's totally up to you. I mean, this isn't like a Lego set where I can give a good or bad, because, like, if Lego cheaps out on us, it doesn't include a minifigure that we've been asking for 2 years. Oh, 2 years, Jesus, that stinks. But yeah, so if you're looking for high quality and you have patience, get Saber Forge. If you want something cheap, just do it with your friends. Get the cheap Zia Sabers one. And if you want just something cool, a nice display piece, and you know, like what I like get the Black Series one. And then for Black Series, I do hear that the Ahsoka one's actually pretty decent, because it does have it's that removable blade. The Palpatine one's apparently garbage. ObiWan and Luke are terrible because this is a very hard saber to get right, because you've got this thin part here. It's like fat as hell. So maybe don't do that one. I'd recommend Vader, Ahsoka, Anakin's pretty good as well. So yeah. But anyway, that wraps up this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, join the Discord, which I'll probably link below. And anyway, guys, I mentioned the date a few times. I'm probably going to post this a day after that, because I don't feel like that, because I'm a lazy ass. And I got to do some stuff. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to stay tuned for the next one.